Well, hello, Libra. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on for December. Indeed, we are going to have 4 weeks. That will give us 4 columns and 3 rows. I am indeed returning to my old style of readings. I hope that works for all y'all. I just decided that the others weren't being received as well as I'd hoped, and so we're going back to the old ways, all right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, hang in there and check it out, all right? So couple of things we're going to do right away. I'm going to light that candle for you and get those good vibes going. This is not a very special candle per se, but it is a house candle, and it is indeed very yummy. I'm not going to lie, I like the smell of it. It's sandalwood and cardamom musk. So yay, very fun, like that very much. It gives off a good smell. I wish you could smell it. So a couple of things, special notes going on. For all 12 signs, of course, we no longer have individual messages from my better angels. They are all talking very much about how there may be some changes and challenges coming up in the next month. And we want to be aware that everything is going on exactly as it should. I know, they didn't give a lot of notes about that. They just said to relax and that it was going to be exactly as it should be. So here we go, right? Here we go. And one more time, the message for all of us is to, number one, for December for sure, is to very much so hold our dear ones close. So we're filling up our love bucket, right? So as you help other people feel the love from you, and fill up their love bucket, it's going to come back at you, and it's going to fill you up too. So this is going to give us a nice warm fuzzy to work with while we're dealing with whatever else is coming down the pike on this fantastical month, right? Let's wait and see, right? So I am going to be pulling a card of the month for you, Libra. So let's look at these cards. This is the deck that I have programmed for you. It is a moon oracle. It is a specific artist's moon oracle. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. I can talk. I swear I can talk. So it's from Terri Foss, and let's pull you a card, Libra. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside. And what is your guiding card? Haha. This card is all about mysticality. Haha, mystical. It's reminding you to look for the wonder, right? To me, mystical doesn't have to mean witchy per se, but you're definitely looking for things that bring wonder to your mind and to your heart that are don't need explanation. They just need to be appreciated for what they are in their wonder. And isn't that fantastical? It is mystical. So I want you to appreciate all the good things that can happen when you're embracing your mystical self and your mystical side. It is super cool, all right? So we'll set this card aside over here, and let's go ahead and get into this December reading, huh? So I have this wonderful card. This is deck. This is the Nordic Tarot again. My shout out to Miss Carol, my sister, who gave it to me. We're going to have 4 columns and 3 rows. There we go. I can center this up. There we go. And so we'll have this is the first row is where we are. The second row is what's blocking us. And the third row will be our solution. All right. So this is cool. Let's go ahead and see what is coming up for us, for you all. Yes. Set those aside. And so this is going to be the first week, being December 1st through the 7th. And we will go in depth on this week at the end of this reading. But we're going to go ahead and do the full overview for all 4 weeks, save it all, and then come back to this row. Okay? So let's talk right now about what's going on December 1st through the 7th. 9 of Wands. stand up for who you are. Don't let anyone change who you are for anything. You are going to be you, and nobody else should argue about that because you can't be anyone else but you, correct? All right, we're celebrating you being you. Excellent. What's blocking you? Knight of Swords. There's going to be somebody fighting for your power, or you're going to be fighting for your power or wanting to fight for your power, but the fact is fighting for your power is blocked, so don't get in your own way, all right? Stand up for who you are, but don't fight about your power in the situation, all right? So maybe it's more important that you stay you than it is that you stay in charge, all right? And of course, fighting for your heart's desire is the ultimate answer in the situation. So you have to do a little soul searching before you end up in this situation. Make sure you know what you want. Who are you? What do you want? And then figure out, do you want to be in charge? You don't want to be happy. So fight for your heart's desires, because that is the solution, all right? Next week over, we're talking about the 8th through the 14th. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to start out this week fighting for your worth and value, all right? So you're going to come in and go, okay, all right. I got my heart's desires over here, but now I need to be paid right, okay? So make sure you're getting paid right. That is a good choice. Well, do realize that you're going to have a hard time balancing your finances this week. Something is coming up that will be a little bit more intense, and you're going to feel a little funky about your money, okay? Realize what that is and how that's working for you, and you are going to be okay, but it'll feel funny, all right? Now your solution is to look at all your options. Make sure that all your options are being observed and appreciated before you go crazy with everything else, okay? So you have more than one opportunity in this situation to take care of what you want at the same time. So keep in mind you have other choices to make toward your dreams and goals. It should be the goal ultimately, but yeah, keep in mind you have options, all right? So now we're going to talk about the next week over. That is going to be 15th through the 21st of December. 8 of Pentacles. You are working your butt off and making money the week before Christmas, all right? So, that's going to be interesting. I do hope you figure out how to do that, and everything will be planned out properly for you so that you won't have to miss out on anything. Cool. You won't be able to rally your troops or get your people in line to help you out. You're going to be doing something on your own at this time. So whatever you're working on, you're going to work on it by yourself. This doesn't have to be a job, money situation that you're working on, but it could be like, oh, I'm doing a Christmas project or whatever, but you'll be doing it on your own, okay? Whatever it is, you're going to be working on it on your own. You will feel the bounty of it when you finish the project. That's why the pentacles are there. But there's physical labor in this process. In this card is about doing physical labor to make things happen that you want. You're not going to be able to rally anybody to help you, so let that be understood. And then there will be a doorway that opens for you. Your solution is to go through the doorway, all right? So that's kind of fun. I do hope that whatever you're working on is beautiful and opens this door for you. Well, it will open this door for you, and I hope that you like what's on the other side. That's what I'm hoping. All right. So finally, the week of Christmas, let's talk about what's happening the 22nd through the 28th of December. Your foundation and power is getting stronger. Something about what's going on. You're going to be in charge of what's going on around you. Very cool. All right. You like that. We know that. There is a lady who wants to also be in charge of the situation who's going to be getting in your way. She's going to say, hey, I want to be in charge. I want to be in charge. Do it my way, please. Do it my way. And she's going to be like, it's going to be in the way of you doing what you want to do and being in charge of you. So there's not a meeting in the minds here. There's going to be a bumping of the heads. So, well, that's interesting to do for Christmas. But, you know, here's what's fun. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. You're going to get what you want out of the situation anyway, okay? Whether it's because you regroup and come to a compromise that both of you can live with, or whatever, you're going to get what you need, all right? Excellent. Love that. I'm going to go ahead and save these cards off to one side, as I like to do, because that's what we do. All right. save these cards. We'll come back to them in other videos. Now, let's look at the 1st through the 7th first. And this is a pre-programmed deck for you. This is the MJ Cullinane deck. We are going to look at these cards, go a little deeper into what's going on this week for you, all right? So here we have it. We were talking about the 9 of Wands. You needing to stand up for who you are and what you're all about and what you want to be and all that good stuff. Don't change who you are. We're not wanting to do that. No changes needed to you, okay? Trust your instincts. Your instincts are going to be on point. Your intuition will be on point. Your belly will be telling you exactly who you need to argue this point with and get what you want, okay? So that's good. We like seeing that you have the support of you and yourself and your intuition. That is wonderful. It's not always on, and sometimes it is. And this week it's on, all right? So now you have your intuition and you know what you're wanting to stand up for, but don't get hung up on a vision of what you think everything should look like and unwilling to look at it. I mean, so you have this vision, right? Okay, so now I know what I want it to look like. Haha. But sometimes we get stuck and we don't have any flexibility in us to allow for things to be a little bit different, mostly what we were hoping for, but maybe a little bit different. And you want to be ready for that. You want to be ready to let things be a little bit different so that you can, in fact, be happy, all right? So just be a little flexible in the process, and you'll be able to stand up for who you are with all the right people, and it might be a little different, but it's okay. Now then, what's blocking you? Knight of Swords. Fighting for power in the situation you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to block you. All right, so don't try and control the situation. Don't fight for your heart's desire here. All right. Ooh, we have a double whammy. Boom, 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 boom. So part of what you're wanting and needing in the situation will block you, and part of what you're wanting and needing in the situation will be your solution. Isn't that interesting? So we have two happening here. One is a block and one is not. So they might be separate situations. One might be work-oriented, one might be life-oriented, or even a relationship situation where fighting for what you want for your heart's desire in work might block you from everything else. So you want to just pull back from that. You don't have all the tools at your disposal to make things happen. Okay, so just pull back. Don't fight about it. You're unprepared. I feel like this is all one situation where you're going to be wanting to be in charge. It's going to feel like something from your heart that you've been really counting on the opportunity to be in charge of it. You don't even have the tools at your disposal, so you're like, okay, maybe I can't be in charge of this. I left my toolbox at home and I can't build the cabin you're wanting to build. Shoot, I really wanted to help out, but I don't have my tools. All right. So you're going to have to step aside from building the cabin project and moving on towards this situation, which is your solution, which is fighting for your heart's desire. This could be in another area. Okay, so this will be another area of your life where you are going to be able to stand up for what you want. I will definitely stand up for what I want as far as the layout for this thing. I may not be able to build it personally, but I'm going to make sure that the layout is exactly what I want, okay? So you're going to build a cabin, you're going to build it to my specifications. Ta-da! So you will fight for your heart's desire in the situation in some way, and it will be a place where you're not blocked, okay? Like I said, you don't have your tools, so you can't do much. But here you can make sure that the layout is exactly as you wish, all right? Right, remember not to get too picky, but no, basics are going to be required. You will want to get some financial advice to make sure that you can do what you want to do and move forward in this process. This is going to be cool. You'll have enough money to take care of it, I think. That's pretty cool. And this is a karmic lesson for you to be willing to compromise on certain things and still work towards getting what you want, okay? So, compromise on certain things, but not on who you are. That's the goal here. This is a karmic lesson. This is something that keeps coming up for you in your life. you have these moments and you're like, damn, this seems so similar to something I did before. It is. You keep having the situation, and we want you to learn from it so that you can circumnavigate it and do it very, very well. It's like, oh, okay, okay. So you're saying we are building a cabin in the woods. I cannot pick up the hammer and help you out, but I can have the layout be more like what I want it to be. More like I said, more like, not perfectly exactly like what you want it to be, because you can't afford what you want it to be, all right? So you will have to get advice about how to pay for it more, or get a better loan or something like that, and then you will work that karma to make it work out the way you need it to, okay? Big changes, right? So, all right, Libra. That's kind of a lot going on in 1 week in December. So I can't wait to see what the rest of the month is going to be like for you. This is a lot. So I hope that you're having a good time with it. Don't forget to keep your dear ones close, and to, realize everything is going exactly the way it should. All right? So I know you're doing good. All right? So if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do so. I really appreciate all of you being here. I can't wait to see what's going on for next week. We'll talk about the 8th through the 14th next week. If leave me a comment. Let me know how this thing is working out for you. If this seems very similar to what's going on for you, please let me know. If it's nothing like that, come back next week. I understand. And slowly, I find even with my other readers that I listen to, that sometimes you have to sync up with them a little bit. Little by little, you get there. Sometimes I don't relate at all, and then I just kind of move on to the next reading. It's okay. You're good. I'm with you, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much, and we will talk next week.